questions, and I'll call on you. Paige, we'll start with you.
Bru, obviously getting your first touchdown on the season today on senior day. What was it like getting that first touchdown catch and then running to the family section to see your family?
It was really cool. It was really special for me. I had promised my mom I was going to get in the end zone, so I had to make sure that she saw it. But yeah, it was awesome.
Austin.
Coop, Josh talked about when he first got here, your group, were the ones that bought in to kind of stay in and building this thing back up. What do you remember about the first meeting? I think he maybe sat down with you all and kind of picked your all's brain a little bit about stuff. Like, what do you remember about all that? And just to see where you all have gotten to in a handful of years, how impressive is that?
Super proud of really how far we've come. Like you said, I've kind of seen it from day one to where it is now, and everything coming to fruition in that aspect. But just a lot of uncertainty. I'm not a guy that watches a ton of college football, so I wasn't super familiar with Coach Hype. But you could tell that he loved us and loved his players. So it's easy to buy in for a guy like that. So super cool.
Bru, obviously the team, I imagine, is the most important thing, but the kind of season you've had, some opportunities that for whatever reason have just not been there on the deep ball, some of the numbers. What's it been like for you trying to kind of get through that and crack through?
I mean, I'm an older guy, so I have a responsibility to not let that become a part of what I think about when I go on the field. Because if that becomes a part of the way I think, becomes a part of the way the room thinks, and that's not going to help us win games. So ultimately, you just have faith that there's timing for when the things are supposed to happen that you want to happen, and you just kind of stay in it, keep your faith high, and good things happen.
Adam, Austin, and David.
Any of you guys, do y'all know that the games went your way? The other games, the Ole Miss game, the Indiana game, you already know that? Maybe not? Okay, Ole Miss got upset.
Bru knows.
Ole Miss got upset, and Ohio State blew out Indiana. So it sets up you guys beat Vandy, you're probably in, losing, you're out. Cooper, how do you feel about stakes on the Vanderbilt game that you can get into the playoffs if you win that game?
Definitely, good to hear about what you just said. Definitely wasn't aware of that, but, that's great. But we're just super focused on going 1-0 every week. And, I guess that game does mean a little bit more now, and if what you're saying is accurate, and we'll be ready for it.
Can I ask Bru the same thing? How do you feel about that game meaning so much, your last game, regular season?
Exactly what Coop said. You can't look past next week because next week I assume predicates our destiny. So with that in mind, anything past Vanderbilt is going to be a no-go.
Awesome.
Does it help, and this is for any of you guys, does it help that you started slow today to kind of use that as motivation, as a wake-up call that you can't start slow next week? Different opponent, obviously, to get off to a quick start.
To a certain degree, I also think that you could look at it from the other way and say that, we still were able to put up the amount of points we were with a slower start. But yeah, offensively, have we hit all the goals we wanted to? No, but we're still winning games, and we're still doing a lot of really good things on film, and we just got to play smarter and ultimately continue to strive to reach our goals. And I think keep faith in what we're doing, things will work out.
David, Ben, and Reese.
Nico, how nice has it been these last 2 or 3 weeks with Boo and his punt returns to where, he had 61 yards in punt returns today, where you're kind of starting on a drive maybe 15, 20 yards upfield than maybe you thought. How nice has that been?
Man, great, man. I've been seeing, Boo Carter make plays since, my junior year of high school. Played a couple 7-on-7 tournaments with him, so I know how special he is with the ball in his hands, and, hopefully we get him on offense in a little bit, so we'll see.
Ben.
Nico, from your vantage point, just what was the difference in the first quarter and the second quarter and on for you and the offense?
Yeah, man, I just thought we started off cold, picked it up as the quarter went on, and we were just having too many errors early on, and we put it together as the game went on.
What do you feel like you all started cold? You feel like maybe senior day, any emotions there, or the different warm-ups, you think that played a role, anything like that?
We just gonna have to watch the tape and see what we gotta fix.
Reese and then Al.
Nico, what do these two guys next to you mean to you, and how have they helped you along in your young career?
Man, I mean everything, man. These two guys right here, man. I'm super glad they came back. And yeah, man, these are really my two older brothers, man. You know, they've helped me with, you know, everything, you know, just being here as a young guy. I'm glad I got these two guys to lean on, and yeah, it would be sad for me to see them go, man, but I really love these boys, man. These guys are my brothers, man.
Al.
Nico, how do you stop from getting frustrated in the first quarter and trying to do too much and just not letting the game just come to you?
Yeah, it's hard, man. You know, the first play of the game, I missed a touchdown, and really from a young age, I think I just always been able to move on from certain plays. I really want that one back. Would have, you know, got the crowd, you know, hyped and stuff, but I missed that one. And then, yeah, man, I really just, you know, try and focus on what the next play is, and you know, not stuff like that, you know, affect how I play.
We'll do a few more for this group. Patrick and then Jimmy.
Nico, is Bru been giving you a hard time at all about not getting him in the end zone? I mean, it took all season to get a touchdown. Has he been trying to?
No, sir. Shoot, no, not at all, man. I've been trying to get him in the end zone, you know, this whole year. So glad we finally got him 2 today. And yeah, man, I hope, you know, it continues on the rest of the season.
Jimmy.
Cooper, Coach was talking about earlier that the players that stayed around, how much it meant for them to help turn this program around. Given all that, was today a pretty emotional day for you?
Definitely was emotional. Just kind of really a day of reflection. You know, it's really hard in college football. There's so much stuff you got to get right each week and work on each week, and every week's a new season. But you know, for once you kind of get to step back a little bit and kind of see the bigger picture. And you know, it's really special what's going on here at this university, and you know what has gone on here in the small bit of time that I've been a part of it. And just really happy and proud to leave this place a better place than I found it.
Austin, and then we'll finish with Paige.
For Cooper and Bru, what was the ball walk like? I mean, knowing it's your last time, do you take a little more time looking around through the tee and the ball walk, more so than normal?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I stopped. I shook every hand. I took pictures, which I never really do. I spent a little extra time with my family. Tried to look around a little bit, soak it in, enjoy it. Hopefully we get another one.
Kind of the same thing. Just a little bit probably more aware and a little bit more where my feet are today. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to focus on, but trying to take a little bit more in than I usually do this time around.
And then Nico, just getting that touchdown to Bru, can you kind of just describe that play and then what it was like getting to celebrate with him and seeing him celebrate?
Which one?
Really, maybe the first one. The celebration was a little bigger on the first
Oh
one.
yeah. Shoot, the first one was just a fade ball, and you know I played Bru in one of my best matchups, and yeah, I'm glad I was able to deliver a ball to him to where he could get 2 feet in, and yeah, man, I was super excited to finally see him get in the end zone.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll have